allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all.
Sure. Fritz, Robert,
Here.
Becky, here, Tanya, here, Libby.
Right. We have quorum. I'll make a motion that we recess the regular council meeting in order to open up the public hearing for the budget workshop.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
First.
A public hearing.
Okay, so I'll go over the, since we have a public here. I'll go over
It's just dead.
That's okay. So basically, our overall budget is, $4,202,255, which is broken up with our general fund of $28,048,134. Our bond, with two different bonds, 112, 540, and then 235,000. Local registry is 50,000. Motor vehicle and highway is 484,738, and the park is 425,843. Our cumulative capital 10,000, and our CCD 36,000. We're breaking the levy this year, which is 1,409,334 to the general fund. 675,000. Our civil levy is not part of the bonds; those are just extra that we get. It does reduce our levy, but those are extra. So there's for the bonds is 130,347 and 255,692, and then we're going to have park levy of 734,334, and our CCD of 101,434. I did put in 50,000 for excess levy appeals, which is only about 32,000, but I just want to make sure we're covered at the time. And then we have property tax caps of estimated of 708,750, which I do believe is high, but that's what's set by the state, so I have to go with that. But that's all incorporated in with the levies that we've done. Does anyone have any questions?
So. Anything else, Beth?
No? How would you want it?
Make a motion, actually, you are not in the public hearing. So I'll make a motion, we close the public hearing and reopen the regularly scheduled council meeting.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
All right, council will consider resolution for excess levy appeal.
So basically, we're submitting a levy or a resolution for an excess levy of 31,696, so that we can get additional funds for the town. And again, like we mentioned before, it's because our growth has been so much over the last 3 years that we're able to do this. And again, I think we'll be able to do more next year, but this is what we can do for this year, so. Questions on that?
What is there, what's the additional cost to actually make the appeal, go through the appeal process? Is there one?
No, there's no cost. The only cost is Buzz is helping with this.
Yeah.
And that really, and I am, but that's it.
Okay.
So it's just our fees, which really didn't take me that much time. I mean, I did some research, but I'll be honest, I didn't charge you for that. Because that's, like I told you before, I hadn't really done this before, and I just want to make sure it was through, and I knew Buzz had, so.
I know when you initially look at that, it doesn't look like a lot, but then you go along with it.
Yeah, definitely,
Right?
definitely.
And then next year probably be.
Yeah, it will.
Any questions for Beth?
So we can, so each year that we have growth, we can continue to ask for this?
Yeah, so what it is it's the average of the last 3 years over the state's growth. And if you're up over 2% or 3%, then you can take that difference and then you get, so then there's this formula that you factor in, but I mean, it's sort of a formula that comes up with, but it's anytime you have growth, that's the way Fortville's growing. probably for the next few years, you probably are gonna be eligible for it. So it's worth doing. Yeah. Yeah. I see what you're missing out on.
Yeah.
We talked a little bit about that in the fire.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's right.
Next year, he's not anticipating doing as much next year on the fire side.
But I think for the town, I think it will be because, when I was talking with Buzz, which is actually Corby, which is the person that's working on it, they think that it'll probably be more next year for here.
For the town.
Yeah.
That's good. All right, any other questions for, we need a motion on this, but any other questions before we do a comment? No? I'll make a motion to, how do I want to say this? I'll make a motion to proceed with the resolution for excess levy appeal, resolution 2022-10B as presented.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
All right, public comments. Any comments? Town council comments? All right. Make a motion, we adjourn at 1:12.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
That's what we did.